What motivates consumers in their 20s to use coupons? To collect this data, we conducted a quantitative analysis to gather data about consumers' preferences pertaining to coupons, and we discovered reoccurring themes within the data. By using customer satisfaction and conjoint analysis, the level of discount was found to be the most important attribute to the consumers, which appeared to be a major weakness when it comes to coupons distributed. Then, with the Van Westendorp pricing analysis, the optimal price range for a coupon book was determined to be between $20 and $35. Coupons are able to generate great value for companies when created with the end consumer in mind. However, the consumers have to be motivated to use the coupons, which our data collected can help determine what generates that motivation. This study is important because in order to promote more business for local companies, the consumers' preferences need to be analyzed and taken into consideration. Coupons provide motivation for consumers to try different products and services that they may not have before. With this in mind, coupons can only be as successful as they are appealing to the consumer. For our quantitative analysis, we conducted studies that included customer satisfaction and retention, Van Westendorp pricing, and conjoint analysis. For customer satisfaction, the main objective was to discover different coupon attributes, performances, importance, and areas of improvement. Then for Van Westendorp analysis, the objective was to determine an optimal pricing range for coupon books. Lastly, the objectives for conjoint analysis involved discovering the importance of the three coupon attributes: level of discount, delivery method, and type of coupon, and determining preference scores for different levels of each attribute. Net Promoter Score is a way to compare CMU and other companies from other industries. This creates performance benchmarks to determine where firms are rated in relation to each other. As displayed here, CMU is rated below top companies like Amazon and Google, but above companies like State Farm. Customer satisfaction analysis really deals with retaining the customers after they have made the purchases. With this table, we are analyzing the means of different coupon attributes that consumers rated on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very dissatisfied and 10 being very satisfied when it comes to the performance of the attributes. This graph shows the same results as the previous table to show how close the means are between the different attributes. However, even though the means are relatively close to one another, the availability of coupons had the highest satisfaction with a mean of 6.97, while the level of discount had the lowest satisfaction with the mean of 5.84. Overall, these means are all relatively low, which indicates that there is plenty of room to improve the satisfaction of each attribute. Now, when it comes to dealing with what is important to consumers, we look at the correlation of the attributes compared to the overall satisfaction to determine importance scores. Looking across the attributes, level of discount was determined to be the most important attribute to consumers, while effort required to obtain coupons was the least important. Again, here we have the results from the previous table to show the difference between the importance scores. Level of discount rating is almost double that of effort required. Level of discount was rated the most important with the score of 0.52, and effort required was the lowest rate of 0.27. By using the statistics from the importance scores and means of satisfaction, we are able to calculate improvement index scores for each attribute. The improvement index score allows us to narrow down what are the major weaknesses and strengths of the coupon attributes. Higher improvement index scores indicate which attributes should be focused on improving first so higher satisfaction can be achieved. A quadrant analysis for performance importance depicts where attributes fall within different levels of strengths and weaknesses. It is used as a tool for companies to determine where to focus energy when it comes to improving attributes. As you can see, the level of discount is considered a major weakness with a high level of importance to consumers. Even though effort required is considered a minor weakness, it has little importance to the consumer, so less attention needs to be paid to that attribute compared to the level of discount. After analyzing the attributes' performances, importance scores, and areas of improvement, it has been determined that the level of discount is the most important to consumers and should be the first place improvement efforts are put towards. By improving the level of discount, overall satisfaction for this attribute should increase. As mentioned earlier, Van Westendorp analysis is used to determine an optimal price range. For our analysis, a price range for coupon books was the main focus. With the Van Westendorp analysis, consumers were asked what price they considered too cheap, a good deal, expensive but would still purchase, expensive but not sure, and finally too expensive, which would lead to no purchase. After going through the data, large deviations were discovered which led the pricing range to be based on the data's medians instead of the means. As shown here, an optimal price range for coupon books would be around $20 to $35. For the good deal responses, a waterfall analysis was conducted. Displayed by the analysis are a couple major drop-off points that need to be noted. These drop-off points show where the price change creates a major loss of interest from consumers. The drop-offs here are at $10 and then again at $20, where less than 50% of these people would consider this to be a good deal after $20. The main purpose of Van Westendorp analysis is to deliver a price range and not a specific price. With this being said, the price of a coupon book should be between $20 and $35. Any price above or below this sweet spot might have negative effects on the sale of coupon books. With conjoint analysis, two objectives are the main focus: to discover the importance of three coupon attributes, level of discount, delivery method, and type of coupon, and to determine preference scores for different levels of each attribute. First, looking at which attribute was most important to the consumers when making purchasing choices, level of discount was ranked the highest. Then, after determining which attribute was the most important, we looked at the different levels of each attribute in order to discover which level was most preferred during customer acquisition. Preferences scores for levels are zero-based numbers, where the average preference is 0. Higher than average preference would be scores that are large and positive. Lower than average preference would be scores that are large and negative. Here we are looking at the different levels of attribute level for discount. Both 50% off and buy one get one free preference scores were above average, while both 35% off and 20% off preference scores were below average. By this data, it can be concluded that consumers prefer having coupons that are either 50% off or buy one get one free. However, 50% off is the most preferred. For the attribute delivery method, cell phone and paper book preference scores were higher than average preference, while internet and swipe card were below. So when it comes to delivery method of coupons, consumers prefer getting coupons sent to their phone or having a paper book that they can refer to when obtaining the coupon they want. When it comes to the attribute of type of coupons customers prefer, the preference scores of restaurants and retail were both higher than average preference. However, restaurants' preference score was much higher than retail, and retail was very close to average preference, while attraction and entertainment preference score was much lower than average. This data concludes that consumers prefer coupons that pertain to services with restaurants the most.